Let's compare two Obi-Wan Kenobi style lightsaber hilts from two different custom saber companies. On the left is an Ultrasabers Guardian, and on the right we have Korbanth or Park's OWK. And you'll notice right away the size difference. Okay, the Ultrasabers hilt is quite a bit larger, and that's in terms of both the length of the hilt and also in terms of the diameter. So it's a wider and a longer hilt. Now let's take a closer look at the top. So in the emitter area, on the very top actually, on the Ultrasabers hilt, there's a black section in the middle and then kind of a metallic silver ring around that. Whereas with the OWK from Korbanth, it's just kind of this metallic silver ring. In fact, on the Korbanth, this emitter section is removable. So I'll just demo that very quickly. It's just the small piece is removable. On the Ultrasabers hilt, nothing in the emitter section is removable, or not a large piece like that. Some of the screws are removable, of course. All right, let's move a little bit down the emitter. So you can see that on the Korbanth, this section is a bit longer, this sort of black section. Well, is it a bit longer? I don't know. It's about the same, I guess, actually, but it's just, there are more of these kind of grooves at the top. And then the screws are kind of covered with these pieces, whereas on the Ultrasabers hilt, the screws here are not. There's also this little kind of cut into this strip of metal here. Same thing here, kind of a little groove around the outer part of the hilt. And here's a little kind of cutout section, and it's a bit more of a sharp angle on the Korbanth. The slope is a bit more gradual on the Ultrasabers. Here we have the thumbscrew, that very identifiable red thumbscrew that we strongly associate with the Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber. So on the Ultrasabers hilt, this is purely decorative. It's just a decorative greebly. On the OWK by Korbanth, I don't have this installed, but this could be a button, okay? So you could actually use that to activate the hilt. Now moving over here, you can see that this section is different. So the actual kind of screw is pretty similar texture with the knurling, and it's a little bit, the Korbanth one actually sticks out a little bit more, but you see that it has kind of this purple gemstone in the center, whereas the Ultrasabers Guardian has a red one. And then here on the Korbanth, you can see a little bit of the kind of black section peeking out here. And on the Ultrasabers hilt, it's just, a little bit of a choke point, a little bit of a taper, but you don't see the black section sticking out. All right, let's set these down for just a second. So you see on the Ultrasabers hilt, this is the spot for the AV switch. So that's how you would activate this hilt if you have it installed. And you see there's a little cutout section just to accommodate for that feature. Now on the Korbanth OWK, it's not required because you can use this section to activate the hilt. So that part's definitely different. And then over here in the grip section, so both of them kind of have this black on the outside and then the metallic silver on the inside, although on the Ultrasabers hilt, the sections, both sections of black and metallic silver are quite a bit longer or wider. Finally, near the pommel, here's that little kind of cutout section. It's much more defined on the Ultrasabers hilt. And they do both have a cover tech wheel, which is nice, and they're black on both of them. You notice on the Ultrasabers hilt, it actually fits flush against the hilt, whereas on this Korbanth hilt, it does not. So the CoverTech wheel is actually a flat wheel here, and it's a curved one on the Ultrasaber's hilt. Now finally the pommel. Okay, I'm going to take the pommel off both of these so we can get a bit of a closer look. Now both pommels from both hilts use multiple pieces. And that's pretty common with these Obi-Wan Kenobi style hilts. Let's see. The Ultrasabers one is a little, okay, there we go. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure this piece comes off. Ultrasabers one was a little snug there. So both of these saber hilts use 3 pieces for the pommel. So you have kind of the neck of the pommel, the cube ring, and then the base of the pommel. So here, oops, there's the Korbanth. You can see the size difference in the cube ring. I mean, you know, all of it on the Ultrasabers is a bit larger. So that's all to be expected. Then the base of the pommels, so they are both vented pommels. The vents on the Ultrasaber's pommel are a bit larger. So I think that's about it, you guys. I can maybe put these back together. But it's always kind of fun, you know, looking for the similarities and the differences among different lightsaber hilts like this. So I hope that you guys had fun too. And we're just about there. So yeah, you do see that both of these hilts actually use the pommels with the, or not the pommel, the cube ring with the holes in it. Okay. Anyway, that was just a quick look at these 2 Obi-Wan Kenobi style hilts. On the left is an Ultrasaber's Guardian, and on the right is a Korbanth or Parks OWK.